boy, cause you know me no play. Can't shut me up, me have enough things to say. Real dog gun, we not in a delay. Say we a chat live and we a listen Johnny K. Play enough for so you can say you're a pilot. Have whole heap of girl that a link a lot. Me a the big dog, rough now must win a lot. And every month I hit pass, I spin the slots. Tell you the truth, we not gonna tell you no lie. Better bye. Better bye. Listen, my song kill that the hi-fi. Better bye. Better bye. Bye. Now go die. Now go die. Bye. Now go die.
The start for a brand new semester. Welcome to the TXG Valorant Circuit 2026 March group stage, where today we kick things off with the opening match of Group C. Much like the start of university in March, everyone is arriving with fresh notebooks, big ambitions, and a schedule packed with tests. The difference here, the exams are clutches. The lectures are mid-round calls, and if you fail an assignment, the whole class sees it on the scoreboard. I'm TXG bringing you the color of the night, and alongside me on the play-by-play, bringing every play through every moment that could define this group, it's gonna be Void. How's it going?
It's going good, Diggsy. I mean, it's been a while since we've costed together.
Oh, definitely. It's gonna be
like a
very interesting, right?
Minute.
Yeah, it has been a hot minute. I feel like the last time that I've casted with you, I felt like I got bamboozled by production with the Ghost of Atlas. I brutalized my chair, and I'm happy to still be sitting upright. My back has never been better.
But anyway, let's talk about the match that we have. We have finishes and overheat, right?
Yeah, it's going to be the opening for Group C. As far as I'm concerned, this will be pretty much where it all goes. I believe by the way that the bracket has been set out, it is going to be whoever loses goes in towards the lower bracket. Winner gets towards the uppers. And yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one on how they would want to play this out. It's going to be interesting as well with the amount of players that's going to be on the lobby as well. I've heard Cash, formerly from Noob Esports, is going to be playing in one of the teams as well. And we've had we've had some really familiar names here. If you're familiar with the name of the OCE scene, you might be hearing VSOL as a player. He's definitely going to be definitely one of the elite players to watch out for in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've played with Cash here and there. I'm pretty excited to see how he works in the finisher sort of agent comp dynamic. But let's bit about the map beaters. What are the maps we're playing today?
We're definitely not going to be seeing Split nor Pearl or Abyss or Corrode. The decider that they decided the decider that was the map that was able to be picked up is going to be Haven. It's going to be the good old OG 3-site map that we all know and love. It's definitely going to be interesting, and I believe finishers pick the side, and they're going to be starting on attack.
I mean, Haven, a classic map, 3 sites, very, very focused on that mid control. I mean, Haven's one of the most demanding maps in, competitive Valorant. 3 bomb sites means defense is constantly stretched thin, and rotations have to be instant. Information becomes sort of the most valuable resource on the server. For overheat, the key will sort of be controlling that tempo, slowing the map down, gathering information. Whereas finishers, are known for the explosive executes, right? So the fast sight hits, sharp entries, and punching anyone caught out of position.
Yeah, it's especially now with the meta favoring a lot of dive comps. You got your neons, your waylays, especially just the get in and out type scenario. Just you literally using your duelist as a recon and then just back out and then go in for another execute.
The mosquito comp.
Yeah, and the one that's going to be interesting for me here in Haven and the way these teams are going to be playing is how are they going to be baiting out the defaults, or are they going to be sticking towards commits? So it's going to be down to how the defensive side play this out. And again, it's if you have solid post-round scenarios, post-plant scenarios as a defense, without losing too much players on your side, you have a huge chance here, especially with teams like finishers who are definitely, as their names say, as going for air, like the juggler every round, going for a finisher every round.
Yes. Oh, I see what you did there. I mean, I'm sort of expecting a lot of probing when it comes to the defense, taking that map control, maybe pressuring that garage early just to sort of like force those rotations. And, because the defenders, start leaning too far to one side, once that happens, that's when Haven sort of opens up, right? So finishers could, be a team that loves that momentum and they thrive on those explosive entries and, quick hits onto their sites and, trusting their duelists to sort of crack things open.
Yeah, we'll have to see on how it all goes out. Again, it might go well, but again, it is going to be the first game of the tournament so far. It is a little bit, I guess, a bit more exciting, a bit more scary for both of these teams. Or either way, it's going to be a Friday night, and it's definitely either one. It's going to be either a game they're going to be celebrating, or it is going to be, I guess, one of these teams will probably lose and just, I guess, the rage queue up in rank right after these games. But can't wait to see what's in store for us.
Yeah, 100%.
Right now, the lobby's already pretty much set up. And
definitely expecting, like the Omens, some Sova going on here, maybe some Yoru. Yeah, like as you said, the mosquito comp, very, very popular nowadays in meta.
Really? I actually did not know that was called the mosquito comp. A lot of...
It is a mosquito comp. It's like they appear and then they disappear and then they appear again and then disappear, Very, very hard to catch.
I usually just call it the yo-yo comp because it was just back when... it was back when it's like, when it was all just the neon and it'd be like... yo, come back type thing. Sometimes like you get punished for it after you just go like boosted entry straight away. But an interesting duelist here for Kakashi as well, opting in for the Yoru, which has always just been a very good I guess duelist to pair up with the Waylay. You can also
Yeah, that's the classic mosquito combo. You need to hop in on the meta.
yeah, well,
They come in and then they TP straight back out.
well, I've been watching a lot of Nongshim, so Neon's always just gonna be like the Filipina agent that I would love to see on my screen, but that's just my Filipino bias coming through and shining through. Overheat is going to be rocking a very interesting comp in their side. I guess it is very defensive side based with the double smokes that they currently have. The caveat though is going to be just their attack. They're just going to be very easily read, but the same is going to be for finishers as well. And if they the same is going to be for finishers as well. It's going to be interesting on how they would pair up on defense and what the plan is for defense for them, especially for their double duelist comp on their side. But here we go, finishers versus Overheat. 17 seconds remaining.
We're
Still
getting into it.
Yep, pistol round starting off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a best of one, so there's really no mistake, no read. It's all about this. Go, go, go!
Revealing area.
Spike down, C.
I've already thrown off the board here.
Yeah, Cash and Kakashi already 2 players down on this attacker side is very well prepared for it. Spike's already down towards the middle too. It is going to be very tricky now on how they would re-execute this, especially on a 3v5.
Yes. I mean, yeah, bomb is just out there. It's gonna be pretty hard for finishers to be able to recover this spike. I mean, it looks like they're trying to little probe around garage here. Not sure if that's gonna quite work. I mean, Nefa, you have Cynical as well. Might be a little bit of a fight here. That's exactly what we're gonna see. Cynical taking a Basta, and Nefa is not looking good finishes, and the rest of them absolutely wiped out by Overheat.
Flawless round there by Overheat. A bit of an execution error, I would say, there for finishers. Again, like losing one duelist is already one thing, right? But losing your duelist and your recon just to start it off, at least make it a 4v5 for the pistol. But unfortunately, it was just 2 down straight away, and finishers didn't really have any answers for that. But in the meantime, the defensive side's rocking a 1-1-3. It's a full-on execution.
Oh my days!
Inside.
Look at this five man execute, but
Spike down, B.
is right there, ready.
Last player standing.
Jesus Christ, this is not looking good for finishes. I mean, Overheat is just like almost like they're predicting what's gonna go on, you know, what push they're gonna make and absolutely shutting it down.
Yeah, they definitely have an answer for it with the positioning that the defensive currently has. It's the setup towards the side. That Killjoy alarm bot already is just going to be a major rotate tool for the defensive side to just convene, and mainly because the finishers decided to just go B, they were able to just easily rotate, convert to like the side entrances. The same
Look
here.
at this fast A push, not quite being. Oh no, Striker goes down by Bachira, so it's a 4v5. Finally looks a little bit of hopey for finishes. Looks like we are stuck a little bit though on a main. How are they gonna get out of this? We have fake out coming out. Not quite falling, but though I don't think that Aldrin's full arrow. Alright, here we go. Oh, we're fractured straight back out. Nefa is going to take out Nara the way 3v5 on the side of finishes. This is looking pretty good, I'd say, until Cynical just takes out Bot
Right
Cash.
down
Also
A.
goes down. The V-Star does get traded out. Blinded. The blind side 3v2.
One enemy remaining.
3v2. Cynical all left up to him. The plant is going to go down.
Spike planted.
I mean, Cynical scaling up his sewers. Put this
One
plant
enemy
in
remaining.
one of the century. Asante goes down. And Nefa takes out Cynical, earning finishes their first round.
Still a solid round there for Overheat, getting finishers towards 1, but finally finishers currently on the board here in their much needed gun round after losing and after lasting a 2-round win streak as well. Solid executions there towards a site. Yeah, unfortunately the duels between the 2v1 there with Cynical actually just being able to take Akashi off the board. Not gonna be much in regards to credits here, but
Holy, it looks like again we're going for a mid push, but that early dark cover on the outside of B side makes me think that they're going definitely through Barrage here, leaning on the side of B, but we'll see what goes on. We have Nara holding this angle. I mean, Nefa's right there, but we'll see a little bit of a timing. We do have Bachita getting this ult before. Nefa is just going to get tapped. Not quite enough. Nara left on 10 HP.
could be a tricky one now.
Help each other.
5 v5 still.
Also taking out Nefa, but gets traded out by Illies. So it is 4-4. Cynical taking out Illies. It's looking like a very fast C main push here, though. But have sacrificed 2 of their players, so really, is it worth that plant is going to come down from Cash?
Spike
35
planted.
seconds left. Cynical taking another angle from Garage, just making sure, you know, no one's gonna fall. Gets caught up by Botchet on that beanie. He's gonna reveal his spot there. Neural Theft is coming out, nowhere left to hide. Going to 8 for his team. Spy cam. Oh, we have Lilac taking out Isagi.
One enemy remaining.
And people are going down. Cash is going to go down. Bachita as well. I mean, it just looks so coordinated, these team plays coming from Overheat.
Yeah, again, Overheat, it's just
outta here.
I got like the full read. I'm not too sure on how finishers were going to be able to just push in, and for such a long time it was a really solid 5v5. They already have some good informations, and after just some bit of a fight somewhere down around mid, it was just almost nothing until like the time almost ran out and
One
going in
enemy
for an
remaining.
execute. Again, solid defense here by Overheat, but it looks like by the looks of things, it might be a much needed timeout here for finishers.
Yeah, I mean, definitely they're not looking too good. Well, I mean, honestly, I don't blame them. You know, Cash being a new addition to the team, it is a little hard to sort of get that team synergy going as quick as possible.
Yeah, again, it's gonna be down to how you play it all out as a team. Again, they did have the sequencing of abilities that they would want to cover in regards to, I guess, being able to execute a site, but again, just the follow-up that was just a little bit tricky.
Yeah, I mean, that's for sure. I mean, if Overheat starts sort of stringing these rounds together on Haven, you know, the economy can spiral very, very quickly. So, I mean, this pause is all about stopping that momentum. So, finishers are using this moment, I assume, to slow things down, to talk through their attack a little more, you know, their setups, the utility timing, how they sort of want to contest that mid.
Kudos to Overheat, though. They still managed to make use of this double controller comp. Again,
Absolutely.
yeah, right now,
Holy
a lot of
Garage
bodies there.
scale.
Garage.
Jesus. I mean, Cynical definitely placing all that utility there, getting all that info for his team, and you can see that on the map. Overheat definitely leaning towards the side of C and Barrage. Looks like
Cynical.
we're going for a B main push. Cynical! Judge
down.
to the face. Cash goes down, but Nefa gives him a taste of his own medicine with a bunch to the face. But Elise and Nefa goes down immediately at 2v4. I mean, despite that timeout, it doesn't look like this plan is going quite
One enemy remaining.
way.
I survived much worse than
And
you.
Bachira going down as well, earning overheat their 4th round.
Yeah, Striker currently rocking a 7-1 scoreline. But again, but it looks, I think it's just going to be, I believe that was their eco round that
Spike down.
they can lose
One enemy
at
remaining.
the moment.
Enemy
It's
remaining.
going to be interesting how they would play out with the gun round. They are starting to split into a 2-2-1 here. 40 execute a 1-3-1 on the side of the defense. So it looks like the execute is going to be on the I guess, less weaker side.
Nowhere to run!
But
Yeah, the
this
dimensional
theory-
drift coming from Isagi with the Hunter's Fury forced online. Looks like Lilac is just going to be able to escape from that. I lied, it's like he's going to take him out. Never going down as well. And
Last player standing.
Does get that shot onto Isagi before getting traded out. 3v1. Cynical. I mean, Cynical is an
Spike planted.
absolutely amazing player, but in the terms of a 1v3, it's asking a lot for a single person. Cynical turn around. Bachira takes him down. It's 2-4.
Oof, overheat. Still manages to just get the rounds that they need despite losing a lot of players from their end. Not that much, but again, not gonna be enough. Finally, finishers
Last player standing.
starting to bear some good fruits there after that timeout. Again, kudos to Nemui
Definitely,
as
I
well.
mean-
Currently just like rocking the 6-5. 2 more deaths,
Yes.
and it's going to be a meme, but we'll have to wait and see
No,
if it
no,
hits.
no, no. None of that here. Alright, definitely going for an A main-sided push here. Recon Ball not quite getting the information that Vsel wanted, though the Aerodrome going up, we're not quite seeing anyone. Dark covers out, fake out, not tricking Mara. Paranoia! Melee Ball taking down Isagi, the refractor is gonna come out.
Spike
but Cash
down
also
A.
goes down. Not a good game for Cash today, unfortunately. Yeah, this is definitely taking a step back here for sure. Oh, sure. Wait, we just formed the shadows that bomb. And it looks like, I mean, they're gonna reset, assuming that they're probably on a different site, but little do they know, Nefa is still in main.
Again, Waylay starting to get a good view on where Vsel currently is.
Yes,
Gets a good tag, but not enough for the kill
creeping up.
just yet. But again, we'll have to see how this execute works out. 36 seconds remaining on the clock. They're probably going to be popping in through. Backsite's going to be very guarded.
But look at
30
this
seconds
flank, dude. This flank, if they don't speed up
Last
right
player
now, this is gonna look an absolute
Flawless.
bloodbath. Nara takes out Elise and Nefa goes down too. I mean, it's just time just wasn't on their side. It took a little bit too long. Sort of panicked there and just got scrapped up.
Yeah, it is what it is, really, in regards to a very
One
I
enemy
guess, like,
remaining.
large like,
Flawless.
2v4, 2v5 scenario. Again, we're currently now on round number 8. This is now do or die for this attacker's side because they're currently for the squad of finishers. It's gonna be pretty much hell for their defense if nothing pulls through.
Scanning ahead.
Because overheat currently, the chemistry here
Yeah.
is showing.
Absolutely. I mean, Overheat is a very, very classic and old sort of team compared to finishers. Weasel just running past that shock bolt there. Gonna get tricked by the shrouded step. Nefa seems like to confuse themselves instead. Weasel takes him out. Looks like they're taking this opportunity to just run and scale up to A here. Bachira basically clearing the entirety of sites, like a free A site for this team, but Overheat is definitely going to be aware of this movement and presence. Looks like the lockdown coming from Cynical. So what are they gonna do about it? A virgin boss coming out. Lilac takes out a soggy Weasel. Now, feeding into life. down. Cynical takes him out.
Someone's not comfortable with their agents by the looks of things, because Nemui on attack shouldn't be the one in top ragging, and it's currently like they're rocking a 7-7 score. Again, it's really so harsh to see for finishers to be able to just falter like that on every execute that they have. It's just Overheat really has a lot of good protocols on what they needed to do. They either switch Cynical up to start going on towards B. They either just set up on towards Garage, which already gives a lot of spots. And again, looks like the read might be coming through as well as the pings try to go towards C side. And look at where the setups are.
We have Ailso here, holding out that paranoia. I mean, look at this very, very heavy-sided B defense. Visa on the other side of the map gets that early pick on Nefa. Control out of the equation. This is going to be very, very, very hard for finishing to be able to execute cleanly without losing, a lot of their team. Especially on an eco as well. Sheriff's in hand. Nothing but a dream, but will that come true? Altran, just for the information, not going to get anyone as finishes all the way scaled up to A main. It looks like Overheat loves playing those retakes, and they know that they're good at it, so they're confidently doing that as well. Looks like Cash with the spike. Yep, going to the median.
No more.
Oh, and Visa, what a flick!
Spike
Onto
planted.
Asagi. 3v5. Finishes needs an absolute miracle. I mean, on that eco, lack of numbers, not looking good. With that recon bolt, 8 points, save 5. Paranoia, relay bolt, coming out here, takes down Cash. Illy goes down. I mean, Visa with that outlaw, what a monster! And Lilac takes down that shield.
Clinical is the word that I would definitely describe for that round. Round number 9 was just flawless for Overheat.
Literally
know where to go.
surgical precision.
Yeah, they just know where to go. They know where to set up. They know the protocols. They just recognize, just because of an owl drone, they just recognize that A is very bare for us, and they're very quiet. As soon as they go in for the execute, no one actually even died there for the defensive side. So it was definitely a 5v5 straight away. And sometimes I forget that we're dealing with pros, semi-pros here, because what a flick to start off with that outlaw. But right now, it's going to be a very aggro one on every side.
Yeah, so literally we got the early Hunter's Fury. Oh my god, what's going on? Nefa taking out also, I mean, Overheat just taking the entire team here, but Nera popping up that overdrive, not quite going as they wanted. Nefa taking him down, so bit of a waste, fortunately. But, I mean, we did see a Vsol Hunter's Fury kill, so I guess that makes up for it. A 3v2 here. It looks super separated. I mean, Nemui on the side of, lurking there, and his entire team is basically wiped off the board, so having to join Nefa in a long, which is pretty smart. Playing together with numbers against a team like Overheat is basically the only thing you can really do. But it looks like, once again, getting a little bit of deja vu here, Diggsy, going for another A site push here, and it looks like Overheat probably opting in for that retake.
A man advantage definitely unlocked here for
30
Overheat.
seconds left.
You do have a recon.
Nefa.
Spike.
Yeah, plant there. I mean, let's just look at Ovi. Yeah. Absolute precision. Paranoia coming out, but no one is caught out of that snow.
Last player standing.
He's going to see
One
Nefa.
enemy remaining.
Machina's right there to cover. Nefa taking a B-Soul, but Cynical. It's absolutely a monster. I mean, that was way too close for comfort from Overheat, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, but as soon as the 2v3 almost went to finish his favor at least, but already Cynical showing some real love to the wall there. But again, it is gonna be interesting on how else they're gonna be playing and towards the switch, because right now this is such a really huge gap in terms of the scoreline. Round 11, you're currently rocking a 2-8. It's almost 2 rounds before you go before the side switches. something's gotta give here for finishers. They need the rounds
Holy.
to be in their side.
You see the pings on the map, dude. Oh, definitely wanting a garage to see there. Alien's gonna take a little bit of damage here early into the back, ready to see Pop Lightspeed coming out. Are they gonna retract back? Yep, absolutely. Lilac, Cynical. Down with this is looking good here. Yeah, the blindside coming out, not quite enough, but that trade coming from Nefa is absolutely needed. Mira, will you be able to clutch up this round? Relay voltage.
Last player standing.
Oh no, Paranoid coming out fast lane. Not quite quick enough to cover his teammate. Unfortunately, Nera is gonna go down to Nefa. That is just unfortunate there. I mean, we can see even teams.
Last round before the switch.
Sometimes do make those mistakes as well.
Yeah. And Nefa with the triple kill, always needed there. But again, finally, at least finishers get the map, the round win for this map in round number 11. But this is gonna be the final one. This is gonna be the home stretch for it. You might want to get this into towards an 8-4 for the side of finishers. Again,
yeah, looks like they got that information. He's sort of a little bit weak here on the side of Overheat, but Overheat has accounted for that, having their Killjoy set up here as well. Hunter's Fury, dimensional drift combo coming out once, and an outgo is going to fall.
I know exactly.
One enemy remaining.
Holy Lilac and Nera.
Be right back.
Bunch of kills on the board. I mean, B4 clutch here. Owl drone at the ready, but how much is that really gonna help you? Does spot a couple people, but
Hitting the brakes.
again in a situation like this, coming down, oh, getting hit by that because they're just playing with that food, man. I mean, 2 HP, still being
Switching
able to
sides.
get that kill. I mean, what can you say?
yeah, I guess finishers are starting to warm up now, but will it be enough for the side switch? It is going to be a very different ball game for both of these teams. A double duelist rocking on defense, and a double smokes gonna be rocking it on towards the attacker's side as well. Striker currently on a 12-5-3 in line for that MVP game for this particular map. Again,
I mean, if
this
you're
is
looking-
the group stage for C, and what an opener that
Yes.
we currently have.
Absolutely. I
these
mean, you
teams.
spoke about Sentinel.
What they're
Josh
doing,
not,
I like it.
Usually being able to be on the top of the leaderboard here, but we have Cynical and Nemui absolutely lighting up the kill feed as well. Definitely a big push here. Second half underway on Haven. But he is absolutely attacking. Finishes. Can they live up to their name?
Spike
and finish
planted.
this matchup. Cover going out. Smooth pace here. I'm pretty sure they know Alpha is probably up on top here. Oh, Vegeta trying to scope out a little bit. Oh my days, this one, so many smokes on the site. What is going on? Going for a ninja defuse. What is going on? You can't see. Vsol, Ilias, Nera. What is going on? Blind. Oh my days. We have dark
Last player standing.
toxic orbs
Team
everywhere.
Ace.
Cynical takes down Cash for the last kill there. Overheat, earning their 9th round in a row.
Yeah, and on the cusp of a pistol where I could not see anything but smoke. Again, we're about to see a bunch of these. There's literally one site and one target, and Overheat pretty much. I have the feeling
I
that
don't
they've
think
run
a
this so many
single
times already.
spot on that B site was open.
Again, we'll have to see if it's gonna be coming through again. Is the
Gonna fall
defensive
back
side gonna be going in, opting in for a really aggressive B push
Yeah.
here?
I
How's it
mean,
gonna
but
go?
Overheat has accounted for that, having a default owl drone.
One enemy remaining.
Almost a flawless Vsol though isn't quite as lucky as the rest of his team. 10 rounds for Overheat.
Damn, almost a flawless B-Sol. Step it up, man. But again, just memeing here. But Overheat, already three rounds away from taking out the map, putting finishers on their group stage lower bracket. It's gonna be spicy, but How long is it going to be? Finishers still have a lot of ground to cover. 1-1-3 on the defensive side. 1-2-2 on the attack.
Definitely. Looks like it just judged based off the pings on the map. Looks like we're going to another garage push heat. But I mean, Nemui is here ready, breaking that trap wire. Cash with the Odin. Jesus. I mean, I really hope lighting up the kill feed. Nefa goes down from Cynical. I mean, what a shot. Absolutely surgical precision coming from that Killjoy. Looks like a very, very slow moment here. The suspension absolutely building. I bet you that VC definitely not as calm though. Talking about where they want to go, and it looks like definitely leading towards the side of C. Is their gamble going to work out? Is the question.
Yeah, they're running the clock here. It's gonna be 48 seconds, and now Dark Cover's coming in for towards Garage. Again, Recon already coming in through.
It out there. It looks like they saw Machida there, and they were like, "No, we're gonna go B instead." Nera,
There they are.
Spike planted.
Food cash with that burden. Cut him out. He sold up to 57 HP. I would believe that. Bulldog. What's it worth to know is the question. It's like Alto. Oh, the timing! Takes out a song. Cash though with another kill. Diesel goes down to 2v3, 2v2. The kill feed is absolutely lighting up. Bachira.
Last player standing.
One day.
One enemy remaining.
Lila's getting that amazing shot onto Cash. Oh, there's going to be a lot of back and forth while thinking to get Bachida off the spike, but it just isn't enough. Time is just not on their side. Nemui isn't able to get that shot onto Lilac. 11-4 to over.
I can't see them yet.
Good play by Striker though, managing to just like get in there, so just go in for the stall, like either defuse it, Nemui, or I'm just gonna give you some headshots. Did go down to about 12 HP there for their troubles, but again, a win is a win, and 4-11 is the score right now. It's a 3-round win streak for the side of Overheat. It looks like the switch was no trouble for them at all, despite being a double controller comp.
I must wait a moment.
2-1-2 for the defensive side, and it's going to be a full push here, by the looks of things.
Is that going to be enough? 2 people versus 5 there with that relay ball fast lane as fake out. Not enough to stop them. Bachida going down just to the base. Off though by Vsol.
Placing alarm bot.
Lilac, I guess trade out by Cynical. Vsol getting this plant.
Spike
Down a 2v3. Definitely still winnable on the side of finishes. But you know, it's hit that time and time again. Overheat absolutely dangerous. Hunter's Fury coming out from Vsol. Not quite being able to hit anyone there. And that light is going to save Illy's Cash, taking out Nera 2v2.
One enemy remaining.
Health on the board.
One enemy remaining.
Vsol, Pinnacle, but Cash able to clutch it up with that 3K defusing, and he finishes their 5th round. What are you laughing at?
Well, again, it was the amount of the trades that just came by was just was not really in there for me. It was like almost comical, but again, at least they managed to get it, and because of Cash being able to just pull through as well. Time to put it up by finishers as well. Again,
which is interesting because they just won that round. You would think they want to sort of carry that momentum, but I mean they can do what they want, but this could be to finish his demise.
Again, it could be or it could be not, because despite it being, I guess, like them finishers like winning the round, they did lose out a lot of players on that towards that side, and I guess it's just the detection of Overheat running a 5 instead of like the rest of the defensive side towards C backing off, and maybe start to opt in for maybe, I guess, like a 5v5 post plant. It was pretty much decided to fight it. Again, it was just down to the positioning on how finishers did it towards the defensive side, but again, They're rocking a 2-1-2 now for the defensive side. Again.
Yes.
And by the looks of things,
That's true.
over
I mean,
here,
yeah, but no, go for it. Go for it.
over here, we're opting for a default here just in case. I'm gonna make some noise for
Yeah.
the rest of the sites and
Yeah, what finishes, and you're ready to get back in. Let's see if we can finally take the fight to overheat. Definitely a default push, as you said. He just probing, seeing if there's any openings that they can explode through, and it looks like they're opting for the side of Garage. I mean, no utilities as well from Nemui on A side. So Nera, he's going to see this, probably going to take advantage here. And we're going to see an explosion on to C side. But it looks like finishes quite an interesting take here. They're all holding the same angle, this double hold. Maybe they're ready for Nera to take advantage of this opening. Maybe they're thinking one step ahead.
I like what finishers are doing here. They're currently just running down the clock, see that if they can do the pulse plants real quick, but Nera.
Yeah, Nera.
Very dangerous
Oh,
overdrive.
wait, Nera though. No, might. No, overdrive just not quite being able to be enough there. Maybe it's just for intimidation. No, didn't really get to see it. But never taking that also. Vsol, cynical. Finishes lighting up the
Last player standing.
Looking to fight this, takes out a Sagi, but isn't enough. Cash getting that final kill once again, defusing the bomb. 6-11 now.
That's what I'm talking about. Again, finishers. It feels like they're listening to me through stream, but again, see how they play their post plant very well over there. They're not really too committing. But I guess overheat going in regards to just playing a default, trying to look for amount of information, but finishers was just smart enough to just not give them anything. They wanted them to push. They wanted them to just pick a site. They want them to be funneled towards C site, which is going to be the easier site to, I guess, play post plant at. But again, we'll have to see if they opt up towards the same tactic. It is going to be Nemui putting some trips on towards C side now, which is going to be an interesting one because it's starting to look heavy there.
Oh yeah, it looks like that shot bolt is gonna take it out of Nera with the bucket. Oh my god,
Spike planted.
Saving Nera there from Nemui. Jesus, it looks like we're looking for, they're looking for an explosion for that retake, so they're getting ready to sort of counter that. Paranoia out, Nera inserted with that Bucky.
Poison orb emitting.
This could be emergency. Lilac not able to take out the two flankers, but is able to get that intel. 2 HP. Blindside coming out for that double hold. Cynical taking out through. Cash can get another.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Okay, 1v1. Sova. Sova.
Oh!
Left on 1 HP. Falling victim to that shock ball.
Match point.
Their winter has come.
Unfortunate for finishes.
It was almost there, but could not make it towards the end. Again, finishers gonna be in the back foot
One
here
enemy
now.
remaining.
Still has
Last
6
player
rounds
standing.
that they have to catch up for. They opted it for a 1-1-3 now for the defensive side. Again, Nemui always has been the shining beacon for the finishers team here. Again, Nafe as well. Still rocking a good scoreline in there, but not gonna be good enough for that first blood.
Yeah, Cash with that Hunter's Fury, does tag Cynical a little bit there, but not quite enough to take him out. Asagi is gonna take out.
Cutting through.
Also, looks like still opting to maybe go for A here. Asagi with that blind side, taking down Vsol, but gets traded out by Cynical. A 3v3 even across the board. Again, looking for another A side push here. Look at where Lilac is, all the way inserted to CT Cash. Needs to realize, I mean, their whole B side was pretty much open, so free real estate here for overheat to capitalize on. It looks like that's exactly what they're doing.
Whoa.
It looks like we've switched sides here.
Toxin screen down.
Nera and Cynical could have actually made noise there to actually bait out for Striker to actually go in
30
for a
seconds
couple
left.
kills there for, I guess, like to
Spike
increase the
planted.
numbers, but it's still a
Yeah,
3v3
Cynical.
right now.
You should run.
Getting that plant down, lockdown coming out. Nero takes down Illy, and they're gonna see cash from that turret. This is not looking good. I mean, Finishers lost their timing there when it comes to that flank. 2v3, very good players on each
Last player
side, but
standing.
isn't enough. Cash goes down, and that is
Attackers
it.
win.
Overheat takes
Shortcut.
Haven and putting Finishers down to the lower bracket. I mean, what a commanding performance. You know, that precise mid control, that time utility, and clutch trades that never let Finishers get comfortable.
Yeah, again, it was unfortunately Finishers attack side did not work well for them. It did not do them any justice at all in regards to how they would want to play it out, especially on a dive comp that we've seen time and time again. And by the looks of things, Overheat just has a lot of answers for it, and we do see Cynical as well playing their role as well, and Striker as well playing it to a T ever since pretty much game start, whether it's either attack side or defensive sided. A bit of a trouble in towards the production UI there. It is currently Overheat that is on the 13, and Finishers is going to be rocking the 6. Your MVP though
way to
for
say
this
no-
match
way to
is
say no to that.
going to be definitely Striker.
Yeah, I mean, Finishers definitely had their moments, but Overheat definitely stayed a step ahead the entire game. I mean, from early picks to that post plant. I mean, they dictated basically every round, and Haven doesn't, forgive mistakes like that. And, this win gives Overheat, so much momentum heading deeper into the brackets and Finishers. I mean, they're still alive, but it's not looking too hot. They'll have to dig deep in the lower bracket if they do want to survive this tournament.
Yeah, again, it's going to be the lower bracket for the Finishers. Definitely going to be looking at some other maps in regards to how they would want to play it out. It is the attack side that they did pick up first, but by the looks of things, the draft did not go well in regards to how they would want to play the map. But again, it's just going to be down to how Overheat played it out. Their defensive side, they have a lot of good protocols. Most of the post-plant scenarios, they have the man advantage, if not making it a 5v5, which is always nice to see. Finishers did manage to pick it up in regards to not overcommitting in regards to the just guarding defense and holding strong.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, and we did. That's the brilliances that we've seen for Finishers. Already teasing that they can't actually pull it back out, but Overheat just had too much of a lead to punish Finishers with what they had, and again, that's why they won this particular game.
Yeah, I mean, if you just think about it, I mean, Finishers having new players in their team comp, it is inevitable that the start will be a little bit rocky there, but definitely into that latter half, Finishers definitely looked a little bit more clean, a little bit more put together. Not quick enough, though, for Overheat. I mean, Cash, I do know that he just finished work. Could be a little bit, could be a little bit of a contribution there to that performance, but, it isn't what it is.
Yeah, but we're going to be heading in towards the MVP now, and it's going to be Cynical taking it out in the end, and I don't really blame it. The amount of presence that they had on the map for this game was just out there. Everywhere where Finishers decided to go, I guess it's already just been detected, which just forces the rest of the Overheat squad to just converge in regards to it. And again, it's all just going to be down to how everything went out and towards that defensive side. It's definitely Cynical that was able to just pop off and show a lot of just, I guess, map knowledge and map prowess in regards to how they would want to play it out. Not overcommitting, not dying first either for that defensive round, which is actually very crucial to winning, I guess, a map like Haven as well.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if we just take another look at sort of that breaking down that previous map, on attack, Overheat showed how to approach sort of each site there methodically. They didn't overcommit, slow pushes, proper flashes, and careful spacing. And finishes really got to get those opening picks, which are very, very crucial for a map like Haven. You sort of need to get an opening pick there, make yourself an opening, and explode through that weak point. On defense, finishes just wasn't able to sort of take over Overheat's, crossfires. I mean, they're pretty immaculate, Garage, A short, C long, every rotation, time to perfection, making it almost basically impossible for finishes to sort of get a clean spike plant.
Well, what a start in there for Overheat, and when we come back, we're going to be cutting for a little bit of a break, give you guys some good breathers after one heck of a match there by Overheat. So grab some water, grab some snacks. When we come back, it is going to be game number 2. Don't go anywhere. See you soon.
Yeah, Group D.
boy, cause you know me no play. Can't shut me up, me have enough things to say. Real dog gun, we not in a delay. Say we a chat live and we a listen Johnny Clear. Play enough for so you can say you're a pilot. Have whole heap of girl that a link a lot. Me a the big dog, rough now must win a lot. And every month I hit pass, I spin the slots. Tell you the truth, we not gonna tell you no lie. Better bye. Better bye. Listen, my song kill that the high five. Better bye. Better bye. Bye. Now go die. Now go die. Bye. Now go die. Now go die. Now go.
Losing all patience, I'm calling you out. Tasting the bitterness you left in my mouth. Wasted my time and taking it back. Let you go too long, riding the wrong track.
Welcome back. We're live and ready for Group D's knockout clash. It's Respawn versus E404. Before we dive in, let's just take a moment to recap that last match a little bit. Overheat dominated Haven against finishes, mid-control, rotations, utility usage, all perfectly executed. Finishers fought, but, Overheat were just a little too sharp, sending them to the lower bracket. And now it's time for a whole new battle. One map, one chance, do or die in Group D. On one side, Respawn, looking to prove themselves, and on the other side, E404, scrappy, hungry, and ready to fight for survival. Now, I know, Diggsy, you were casting for last month's circuit, so why don't you introduce sort of how these teams play, how they did last time too?
From what I can remember, I believe Error 404 was slotted in the same group as last month's finalists and Bonkers. They were sent into the lower bracket, Error 404, and they managed to beat out Monarch and a 2-0 to be able to qualify for the playoffs. Come playoffs, though, they were not successful in that regard. They lost 2-0 to Bandits Fury. So Error 404, not really a stranger to I guess fighting tooth and nail for the playoff spot. But what's facing them in this lower bracket, though, is going to be a new team in the name of Respawn. I have yet to see at least a few of these players play, but again, this is the power of the circuit that TXG brought up. Like, for much for March is going to be very interesting because we're seeing new players, we're seeing new teams as well. But again, whatever this team is, whatever Respawn has cooked up, they're going to be facing Arrow 404, who has been in the lower bracket before in these group stages. And again, they're looking to cement their spot again in the playoffs once again.
Yes, I'm excited. I mean, we have the classic story, old dogs and new players. I mean, do you think maybe a new breath of fresh air, or, you know, with that classic sort of experienced players, who are you rooting for?
The familiarity of Arrow 404 always is going to be shining through. We have seen Chlorophyte play before in the last circuit, Tsukuyomi all in there as well. But again, it is going to be interesting on how Respawn currently play this out, especially now that we are going to be heading in towards one of the OG maps that has been released since 2020. It is going to be Bind. Again, this is one of my favorite maps to cover, mainly because it's just been out for so long that the meta has already been, I guess, defined in that regard. So whether you're a new player or an old player, it's going to be pretty much the same in regards to how you want to play it out, because
100%.
Yeah, it's with Bind without the presence of mid, it's just going to be either A or B. The defaults are just going to be crazy for this one.
Yeah, I mean, Respawn, you're starting on that defense here on Bind. I mean, this is their chance to sort of set that tone early, so they'll need to hold, A short, B long, and hookah carefully. One overextension could give Arrow 404, that opening that they need, and that is not what Respawn would definitely want. So I'm expecting, tight crossfires, on short, B long, and, common entry points and such. And, heading into Agents like soon, what, are you predicting? I mean, there's sort of classic, that fade raise combo, but are we gonna see some new spicy combos here?
Apart from the good old dive comp with Yoru and Waylay, or a Neon Waylay, what I'm currently looking at in regards to, I guess, I'm not really looking forward towards the team comps. What I'm looking forward to is how would Respawn would be playing defense. There's always we're going to be getting into I'll probably point it out when it's game start, but I'm interested to see on how Respawn will be starting to play in towards their defensive side, because whether it's A or whether it's B, there's always one of three spots in the map, especially on defense, that you need to watch out for. That always needs to either be having two players on it or three, and it's always just going to be a 2-3 in that regard anyway, wherever it may go in regards towards defense, because it is it's a very I guess straightforward map in regards to how you want to play it out as a defense.
Yeah.
What I'm predicting, though, there should be a Yoru here, especially if you're going to be starting defense for Respawn. It gives you the chance to either teleport. I guess you can make an exemption for either a Chamber or Vito to come in towards the defense, but again, the Yoru pick is just going to be the one that you can activate a gate crash.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves a good Yoru. I mean, TP's into TPing straight back out. You never really know. Yeah. But starting on the defense here is all about that confidence and control. If Respawn can lock it down early, picks force Arrow 404 to uncut the pushes, they'll set themselves up for success. And let's take a look at the agent comms here. As you said, there is a Yoru on the side of Arrow 404. We have Garchomp on that Yoru, and we do have a Neon as well. So I'm expecting fast executes here. It's going to be a little bit difficult for Respawn to sort of be able to hold back Arrow 404 from getting those quick executes on the side.
Right. But with that looks of things, because of the Neon pick, I'm assuming this is going to be the agent that at least on defense has the capability to go from site to site, right? Again, with the way they're positioning currently for the side of Respawn, it's definitely going to be tricky, because it's just one person that's just guarding B. As if I said before, if you're going to be guarding B, you either guard hookah or you guard the entryway in regards to it's either backside. You also have to guard long if you're going to be guarding B site as well, because the time that it takes to get from B side teleporter to A site straight away is just 16 seconds at max. So you definitely want to guard teleporter B, but again, it's just gonna be down to how Respawn played out.
But I'd say it's okay. I mean, both teams opted to do that double controller, both having Viper, Respawn choosing that Clove over the, I believe it was Brimstone. So, you know, we'll see. But I feel like Viper is quite a strong agent in terms of holding that B side. I mean, usually when it comes to attacker side, usually people sort of lean towards that A side exec first, especially down A short. But we'll see. We'll see what Era 404 decides to opt in for.
Yeah, and again, if they did opt in for a really good comp here, and with the Brimstone, if you want to like go full in beast mode execute, the stim beacon is definitely gonna give you some like extra boost of movement, especially on a Waylay that just goes dashes back and forth. That's currently like a huge boost as well. To go in and opt in for like a really solid executes there.
Yeah, looks like we're finally getting into the gameplay.
Yeah, we're currently on the defensive side. We have a 1-4 scenario going through. It's just gonna be the solo there for Viper on the B side. Meanwhile, on the attacker is currently starting to get a mirror on the 1-4 as well. Barrage is on A short
Here we go. Like I said, a very, very early A exec. Wire though is gonna take down Tsukiyomi very quickly. Jack getting taken down by Chisel. So basically very, very early picks here. So it's not looking good for Era 404, but it's still a 3v5. Anything can happen on pistol round. Garchomp gets dinged straight in the head by a ghost left on 3 HP. Oh, catching Q off guard there. 4v3 still definitely winnable on the side of E404, but Garchomp having basically 0 HP isn't looking too good. Yahoo taking Garchomp out. Chlorophyte is going to plant Wire. Might be able to catch him off guard. And no, he doesn't. Chlorophyte takes him out. But the rest of Respawn is able to mop up the mess. Era 404 loses their first round.
Yeah, again, it was a really solid one there by Era 404, opting up to actually just go shift towards B. But unfortunately not able to be quick enough in regards to just taking up a lot of space. Probably because they still didn't have that much information on how they... Well, they did have a really huge bloodbath on towards A short. So, again, it's down to how you want to play it all out. Again, a very, very solid guards there by Respawn. That's what I wanted to see. Lamps being taken over, backside being taken over as well, and also Bath being taken over towards Respawn as well.
Big, short A push. Oh, that haunt is gonna get covered by that toxic screen. Tsukiyomi taking down Chisel. We have confidence. This Smokey taking down 2.
Spike down.
Tsukiyomi Chlorophyte being taken down. A 4v2. Will Garchomp and Charles be able to close this out? I mean, Muffins is low on that HP, so there is a player and you taking down Charles, and Garchomp absolutely dreams crushed. Respawn with 2 rounds.
Yeah, I really love the coverage there for Respawn. Despite losing Lamps, you still have backside being covered, and by at least 2 players over there. Bath also has presence. So that's what I wanted to see on the defense. Respawn currently, I'm liking what I see here, but Era 404, it's just going to be down to the executes and how you want to pull it out. It's currently tricky with Tsukiyomi and Mega Garchomp still trying to get a lot of positioning errors to at least go towards their favor, but Long is currently contested here.
Oh, does that mean to go to the TV? Not too sure. Right into Garchomp's arms. Gets taken out. Tsukiyomi taken down you as well. We have the only duelist being taken out. Tsukiyomi as well. Muffin's the only sentinel on the side being taken out, so he basically free plant here for Era 404. Big Yahoo scaling up CT with Cheezel. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, a 2v4 situation, but they do have lesser guns, unfortunately. It will be rough blindside, not quite catching them just yet. All on side, the entirety of Era 404 in long here. Yahoo gets taken out by Charles, all left up to Cheezel, and Glorify puts an end to those hopes and dreams, earning Era 404 their first round.
Yeah, bit unfortunate there for Wire. It does had a good positioning on towards the hold for long. Unfortunately, it was probably like the slip of the D key that teleported them towards another side. But again, Mega Garchomp in there for the
I
punish.
see you're not familiar with the
teleporter.
Pokemon, Diggsy.
Yes, I know. Mega Garchomp.
How dare you? Mega
Yeah.
Garchomp. One of the best
I haven't touched
in
Pokemon
the
since
game.
Generation 1. Leave me alone.
Oh
It is
my
currently
goodness. Uncultured.
3-2 for the side. In terms of positioning here for the defense, it's currently 2-1
Yes.
here. Arrow 404
Scaling
gets long.
up to be long. Early Prowler. Getting that info. Not quite catching anyone's scent here, though. Toxic Screen is going to block their way. Looks like they might opt to TP. And it looks like that might be exactly what they're doing. We do have Chlorophyte here with the spike heading towards a short. Maybe just faking this B presence here, and that's probably what they're going to do. But doesn't know it. Looks like it definitely has worked. Respawn just running away from A side, not knowing that Era 404 is lurking in the midst in a short. Presence finally shown, but they're gonna have to quickly get this spike down before Respawn gets back into position. Tsukiyomi being caught by this seize. So is Jack. Not looking good. Nightfall coming out from Era 404. Yahoo taking down Jack while and Yahoo gets traded out. So Hugh also getting put down. Jesus, oh, just that timing and that smoke taking down Hugh. Tsukiyomi is gonna be taken down.
Last player standing.
Oh my days. Glorified does take out Cheezel. Muffins on 10 HP. Not looking good. Right click straight to the face. Glorified is going to end that round.
Make
2-2,
your
even across the
weapon.
board.
Yeah,
Use a
it
gun.
was just A side was just very bare and in there for the taking. I mentioned it before, the amount of time it takes to get from teleporter B to plant on side towards A, go towards Bath, and just stick towards the plant, pay post plant. It just took a lot of time for the attackers to just take up a lot of space, and leaving for just not much time for the rotators from B to actually just activate. But looks like they're going to be opting it for another round this time. It's going to be the run back towards B long. Is it going to be the commit?
Early presence shown once again. Look at Charles all the way in spawn, looking for any lurks or flank attempts here. Paint shells breaking all that Killjoy utility. Wire fucking to the face. Tsukiyomi not good end of that deal. Jack taking out you. 4v4,
Last
4v2.
player
What's going
standing.
on? Charles does take out Cheezel. The rest of Respawn getting cleaned up. It's just up to tactics here in CT.
Yeah,
Garchomp is
Spike
going to
planted.
put that spike down. I mean, tactics only with the Bucky in a situation like this in 1v3. Not looking too good here unless we get a gun upgrade.
yeah, it's really way too far up there, but they're definitely going to be hearing it if a gun is going to be picked up. There it is. That's the sound cue popping through. They know the presence on where this clove could be. Big Yahoo going in for that swing. Charles in there for the punish.
Yep, just there, immediately shutting that attempt down. 3-2 now, though. Era 404 really bringing it back.
Yeah, it's very solid the way that they want to do their execution. They know that the long presence is just gonna be tricky for Respawn, and they acted up on it. And by the looks of things, it's starting to go their way as well. Not much man disadvantages going in towards the side of Arrow 404, which is what you would like to see if you're going to be on the attacker's side. But
Yeah.
again,
The thing is, though, Respawn doesn't have any flashes or lines of that sort. So they really, really want to get as many kills as they can. Speaking of, Yahoo gets taken out by Pops. That's not dead yet. Gets Tsukiyomi, so we're back on the board. Jack is going to take him out, though. He's
Spike
going
down
to take
B.
a glorify on the
Last
other
player
side.
standing.
Charles walking into the entirety of Arrow 404 is not looking too good here. Just Jack, Vandal and Dream, Hugh, ready to take him down, and is successful. 3-3, absolutely even on the board. What a close game.
yeah, it's a really good push there towards Hookah's side, right? They managed to just figure it out that, like, hey, it's a bit quiet on towards B side here. That's what I've been saying before during the analyst segment, that Bind has a lot of chances to just go for like, I guess, like, the predictability of the map is always just being apparent unless you run down the clock. Unless you run down the clock and then just come out of nowhere to just go in for an execute.
Viper's Pit
Really
really
tricky.
being popped there on the side of B. Showstopper, Tsukiyomi takes down Jazel. Oh my days, absolute kill feed being lit up from both teams. 2v3. I mean, still pretty even here. E404 still has to clear the side. Oh, this timing. Muffins takes down
Last
2.
player standing.
Somehow, Respawn brings that back. Tactics takes down Charles. 4-3 now.
Yeah, still, it's a very tight game between these two teams. It looks like, it looks like no one really wants to, like, let out. It's
Absolutely
round for
not.
round, and again, love seeing it from both of these teams, but again, the clock is not being run out here. It's always just going to be a fight to the death. It is because the OCE way, but I guess
Absolutely brawl on the sides.
yeah, and no mercy in here.
Okay.
It's a lot of pushes, a lot of
Yahoo,
space taken.
Yahoo! Oh my days! Walk straight into Charles. Open arms with that embrace. Spectre to the face. Not looking great for Respawn. He has an opening. Viper's Pit as an entry onto a site. I mean, that is going to flood very quickly, but Hugh doesn't care. That intimidation is not going to stop them. In the decay, getting out just to get that health regen back, but Valorant timing, that is going to be the moment they start flooding in. I mean, Wire just spamming these odd shots into the Viper's Pit, trying to get a pick here. Tsukiyomi, Muffins takes down both Tsukiyomi and Glorified. Charles, though, is taken down. Viper's Pit off the board. Muffins taken down.
Player standing.
3v2. Wire taking down Garjo. When did Wire get here? Was he not just on A? What is going on?
30 seconds left.
It is all left up to Jack. Phantom
Got the spike.
upgrade does get the spike, though. I'm surprised Wire doesn't hear that
Molly.
gun switch. Ooh, the incineration. Oh god. Overdrive to the face. Was that necessary? Poor Jack. Wire absolutely cold-blooded, getting Respawn their 5th round.
Charles using their Viper's Pit there and towards Bath was such a huge one. It gave off the sense that it is going to be a full commit in regards to a site, but unfortunately, it was not used to its full potential, with Muffins actually getting a good detection of where the spike could be. And again, and when it came to just, it was just Jack left behind, just picking up the pieces. Currently not on a roll either, so you can't say that they're currently in their best shot at the moment with 373. But again, Her 404 twiddling their thumbs here and towards this particular side on attack.
Chisel considering that Nightfall, in case any presence or executions are deciding to be made, Prowler into Lance does get a little bite out of Tsukiyomi there. Yep, that Nightfall, like we said, is going to be procced. Might be able to get capitalized on though. Taking out Cora fight. Despite just smokes everywhere. I mean, Respawn just isn't able to see a single thing. She's not taking out Tsukiyomi. Garchomp is taken down too, but traded out by Jax. Charles taking out 3-2. Wire knob to Jax's face. Charles says goodbye. 6-3. Respawn looks like the breath of fresh air. The new players are showing Era 404 how it truly is done.
Remember what I said, backside, so like lamps and also bath. You at least need to be able to cover one of those three. Respawn covered like all three in that particular round. Era 404 did not have an answer and how to execute on towards that A site. But again, it's a 3-2 now, and by the looks of things, Era 404 gonna be hitting the stronger side.
Oh my god, Wire! This is such a good moment for a clap!
Spike down.
Not the clap that I dreamed of. Replay ball out of there. See ya. Just repositioning here. But is going to be covered by that Sky Smoke.
Oh,
Jesus, Charles taking down Tactic. 3v2. Respawn might have their win streak put to an end. Charles is left on 8 HP, so there is still hope on for this. Muffin's out with that lockdown, which is definitely interesting move there, especially with that position. Yeah, lockdown going to get placed. Charles is though still on the site. Alarm bot being put down. Jesus, immediately shut down. Charles is not so lucky. Looks like Garchomp and Jack definitely wanting to play.
Last player
Whose
standing.
plan gets off?
I didn't
It's all up to Wire.
Oh.
Just dives to the incendiary. Unfortunate. Puts an end to their round win streak, and it's 6-4.
I forgot that Era 404 had a Brimstone and he could play lineups and Orbital Strike on towards it. What a combo though. Gets the win. Again, it is just so tricky to deal with, especially with those utility combos that Brimstone had. But I guess that's one of the win conditions that Era 404 is banking on, and it is getting them rounds. Respawn, making it 6-4, but Era 404 with getting round 10 might be getting a little bit spicy here.
Mega Garchomp he immediately defeat Dimensional Drift used for that sell that info. Gatecrash get out of there. Nightfall immediately procced here. I don't think that hit Cheezel though, which is unfortunate. We do have Tsukiyomi getting taken down by 4 or 5 meters the same end. Getting traded out. Trade for trade. Cheezel gets a 2k here. All up to Jack once again. Incendiary, all he has left.
Headshot.
Dim Beacon. Oh, a wall bang there onto Tactics. Cheezel is taken down to a 1v2. It is down to the Wire. Why he left on site alone while Muffins goes for a bit of a flank. What is aware of this? Will he keep this in mind? It looks like Wire is definitely baiting for his teammate. Just fast lane. We got that ruse out as well. Oh my days, they're so close, yet so far. What is this timing? Jack, please down Wire. What? What a clutch! Jack takes out Muffins with a 4K.
Last round in the half.
The smoke just dispersed and just a really huge flick after the kill on towards Wire, and Muffins was just none the wiser either.
Last player standing.
Jack, after being called out of being bottom frag for at least a few rounds, steps up, making it a scoreline of 11-8. Again, 40404. Error 404 just keep making it very close here. Currently a 6-5. Is it going to be a very tight up first half here?
Each team just not letting any of it up. Again, another B exec heavy push here with that toxic screen. Do have. Oh, doesn't. Yeah, we're gonna have that Molly there. It looks like Era 404 is opting to maybe go explore the other side as an option here. Seeing as though, I mean, the Vipers here pretty hard to push into. Or maybe we're gonna see another fake here. Chlorophyte. Ooh, Wire's not able to get that shot there. Breaks that haunt. Prowler out as well. Showing that presence on the side of A, but Q is going to see that. Tactics takes out 2. Jack Tsukiyomi saying goodbye. It is not looking good for Era 404. Hugh takes out Chlorophyte. Will we see a flawless? Not quite. Charles takes out Tactics. Fast round the map.
One enemy remaining.
Have not dead
Spike
yet,
down,
but
B.
not good enough.
30
Takes
seconds
down Garchomp. All left up to Charles. 3K. Get on Hugh. 88 HP. Muffins with the Bucky. Playing with his food. But opting to see that Teasel's right there to say hello with that clutch. Jesus, 7 to 5. What an
sides.
amazing start from Respawn.
A bit of unfortunate there for Arrow 404, but Respawn definitely had a good hold on towards Garden side. Hookah was also pushed up. Arrow 404 just didn't have an answer to the amount of coverage that Respawn had and towards that defensive round. But again, it's going to be down to the chemistry that Arrow 404 has and this defense. Will they be able to stop Respawn for having that 2-round lead? And will they be able to stop that lead as well? It's going to be down to this pistol. We'll see what they're covered here. It's going to be a 2-3. Garden's being covered. Hookah's being covered as well. Heavy on the A side as well in there, but...
Once again, I'm getting a little bit of deja vu here. They've gone for an A push. Basically, most of this attack off Charles with that snake fight. Oh my days, Teasel just walking straight through it. Gets shut down by the Mega Garchomp. One of the best Megas in the game, I would say. Might have been cancelled. Tactics getting taken down. Tsukiyomi getting traded out. Chlorophyte does take out Hugh though on the other side of the map to the 4. Maybe attack is just their side.
Again, a huge man advantage here though for Arrow 404.
Definitely. Muffins getting that plant down, so time is now on their side. All they have to do is stall it out just enough to win the round. 4-2. I mean, Arrow 404 sort of scattered everywhere, but they do have the numbers to make up for it. It looks like Chlorophyte is inserted pretty deep. Wire getting Garchomp. Oh my days, sliding not quite out to safety though. Jack is right there to receive, and Chlorophyte takes down Muffins. It is now 7-6.
Ooh, very solid hold there for the defense for Arrow 404. That's what I like to see for this team, and not overcommitting when they have the man advantage. Just waiting for each other to get the most important spots on towards the map. They did have Hookah on cover. They do have, yes, they lost long, but that's good enough to actually just get enough space to listen for the sounds on where Respawn is attacking. Solid pistol there for Arrow 404. We'll have to see if they can replicate it on the upgrade. Will they get their ecos? We'll find out in 4 seconds.
Yes, we will. Another B side push here. Oh my days! Wyatt just absolutely denied Garchomp. Ready for that jump peak and just cuts it down. The rest of the team also is a little bit low on that HP. Muffins especially. Snakebite is trying to delay that shot. Garchomp, another shot onto Cheezel. Absolute monster with this outlaw. 3, 4. We're on line for an ace here. Will Hugh be able to stop this? I mean, I'm gonna bet you we're gonna see some baiting for his teammate. Ooh, is he gonna fall for that fake out? No, not quite. Oh, ace is shut down. Hugh Bandit to Garchomp's head. But Era 404 is slowly closing in from every angle. Tsukiyomi ensuring that win 7-7, even across the board.
Again, it's just very good, solid executes there for Era 404. Really good protocols in there. That's what I would like to see on a defensive side, especially for Blind. Again, unfortunate for her Mega Garchomp was not able to get their ace of the series, but we'll have to see if maybe they can
We'll see if there's
redeem
more
it.
chances. There's more chances. All right, game's not over yet.
Maybe it's a gun round though for respawn. All
Yeah,
upgraded
it
weapons.
looks like we're taking a different approach here. A side push this time. Wire with that fast lane, dodge in hand. Charles barely able to escape that dodge to the face. Spike is gonna go down though.
Oh,
No more toxins left. What is going on in shower over there? Tsukiyomi taking down Tactics. Smoke onto the spike. Muffins is going to see that Charles is taken down, but gonna get another tap hit. Jack.
One enemy
To
remaining.
the face. Muffins. He's out glorify. What is going on? Jesus Christ! Oh, the Mega Garchomp! What? That spray onto Mega Garchomp. Hey, it's not about the journey. They still won that round. It's okay. 8-7 to respawn.
shout out to the people on stream who was probably having a good time. Seeing bullets going for Mega Garchomp's like outline for the character. But again, a win is a win here for Respawn, making it 8-7 for that round. So close to being a meme, but not really, not quite. A short currently being the target here for the rest of Respawn. Might have to be going in to just taking in
look at that
lamps. as well.
Immediately Respawn's territory, but the other side of the map is still unclear. Tsukiyomi is ready to shoot anyone that wants to peek out of lamps. Tsukiyomi though, if you go into this might be the end. With the showstopper taking down Chisel, who goes down. Tactics as well. Respawn is just being absolutely poured apart. Tsukiyomi jumps in the face, but Wire also meets the demise. Jack is going to trade their friend out. There's all left of the Muffins. And in 1v4 situation, Spike out in the open. And they know where Muffins is, and everyone is going to be holding them. Muffins does take out Jack, but is traded out by Glorify. 8-8.
Really close. It's really tight still. Everything's just starting to fall into place for Era 404 though. Despite like, losing some rounds, they still managed to actually just put up a fight, like leaving Respawn to at least have 2 agents in their side available, if not 1. But again, still keeping it close, keeping it tight. Respawn here. It's gonna be interesting on how they do in round number 17. Heavy on A side, heavy on B side on the defense.
Oh my days! Glorify Tsukiyomi get taken down. I mean, that phase raise combo didn't quite work. Didn't clear out Shower there before opting for that ult. Or Mega Garchomp again with this sniper.
Spike planted.
Tactics getting Jack 3k. We do have an ace on
Cutting through.
line once again.
Respawn does have a neon, and that should be a good signal for Era 404 to actually just maybe not push in too far on the hot spots of bind.
What is going
Might have to
on?
opt in for a save here. In any case, for the 2 remaining squads, players of Era 404, but Charles.
Oh my days! Chisel!
Last player
But
standing.
Muffins is there to trade him out. I mean, they wanted to save. That didn't quite go as planned, but Mega Garchomp still has the operator in hand. So, still not an absolute loss, but 1 less round on the board. It is now 9-8 on the side of Respawn.
Again, it was just on the back of that first death on Era 404. They were just able to run away with it to Respawn. Again, it was a really huge punish here. This, as you said before, Void, Bind is not forgiving, especially on a map that has been out for so long. But again, Respawn have some bite in their bark. We'll have to see if they can replicate that successes from the previous rounds. Bit of a bait for the teleporter vibes here, but B-side's gonna be heavy on the defense, and that's where Spike currently is.
Yeah, that's exactly correct, Diggsy. Hookah heavy, fast lane out, sees as well, Prowler. Fire takes down Chompy. Taking a core fight, but you unfortunately meet his own Tsukiyomi. Get seized, and Tactics is going to absolutely
Launching smoke.
down all left up to Garchomp and Jack here. Sky smokes are placed. Don't know if it's going to help them quite a lot though. Teasel with the plant. Mega Garchomp still
One enemy remaining.
operator. Jack gets taken down there by Muffins. Was that save worth it, Garchomp? Was it? Shorty to the face. Say goodbye, Cheezel. Wire though takes Garchomp down 10-8. It is not looking good for Era 404. The gap is just widening here.
Yeah, despite being the long side of B, being very heavy, unfortunately they just let Hookah free. You always have to just guard those two spots. Either you're guarding B long or you're guarding Hookah so that you'll be able to get more information or at least a trade in kills. It's the fact that Respawn was able to get away there scot-free after the push straight away is just a bit unfortunate there for Era 404. They're unfortunately going to be doing the same thing. We'll have to see if it is definitely insanity or will it work this time.
Taking down Jack. Oh my days! Absolute massacre going on at B long here. Chlorify and Wire getting taken out. 4v3 still sort of winnable for Era 404. I mean, the lack of guns isn't helping, but Tsukiyomi does get that Vandal upgrade. So, looking good, but, you know, Respawn's gonna be absolutely crushing the site of A here. Spike planted. Territory all theirs, but they do have no more smokes on line. Oh my cues! Mega Garchomp needs to land this shot, and that he does. Tactics takes down Tsukiyomi. Oh, not dead yet, getting procced. It looks like Mega Garchomp is saying goodbye, not going to
Last player standing.
this there, but Charles gets taken out, so Tactics is left back on the board. This is very bad for Era 404. I mean, I reckon they just shouldn't have peaked there for Tactics to be able to sort of revive.
Yeah, unfortunately for Era 404, Respawn was just able to just get everything into order, and the backside of A was pretty much just like left bare. And once attackers gets a hold of backside A, it's just downhill from there. You can as a defender, you'll just peek out of spawn side or peek out of heaven. You're still a sitting duck. You're just running practice at that point.
Collat! Muffins taking down Tsukiyomi and Jack, but does get, oh my days, does get traded out to right Garchomp, but is it enough is the question. 4v3 is all left to Garchomp and Charles to keep B-side on lockdown.
B long is gonna be the side that's currently just being conquered. Has the teleporter option, should they choose to take it. Might be wise.
Taking down Hugh. Look at this flank coming from Era 404. Will they make it in time is the question. I mean, it looks like Spike is about to get planted here pretty soon. I mean, site is basically clear for Respawn. Chlorify just needs to distract them just long enough. Oh, please. Toxic Screen needs to go down, and that it does. Charles takes down Cheezel as that Nightfall is procced. Spike out in the open. Tactics gets a little bit of damage picked off.
30 seconds left.
Where are Charles? But they still do know Charles is there. A 2v3 situation can go both ways. Charles taking down Tactics. All down to Wire.
Toxins going up.
14 seconds left on the clock. Time
10
is
seconds
running out. Wire is planting. Does get that
Spike
plant
planted.
down, but Charles, given this opportunity, is finally out of long there. Chlorophyte trying to find where Wire is.
Oh,
Shoots him through the ruse. Chlorophyte takes down Wire. It now is 11-9 to respawn.
Hudson,
good shot
save the
selection
day.
there by Wire and how they would want to take it out. But again, the pinch there for
Dreams
Arrow
are a fun
404 and that 2v1, very solid. How do you want to play it out as a defense? At least huge post-plant scenarios there. Gets there in at the end, which is going to be triggering all the timeout here for Respawn after quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, they were relatively in the lead, but I mean, they did lose quite a few rounds here, and the gap is slowly but surely closing. I mean, running out of time to sort of have that advantage, so I think this timeout is reasonable.
Right. So what have we noticed so far? Arrow 404 has some solid spaces on what they would want to do. Yes, there are some rounds where there are some certain hotspots that didn't have any men in them, particularly Hookah on towards B side. Yes, they are contesting B long for quite a bit, but again, which pretty much just leaves A side pretty much. You either
Go ahead.
yeah, you either have to just commit onto one side that you would want to at least funnel like the attackers to, but which is most likely going to be B side, because A side, if you give a lot of space, you're only just going to be having a terrible time on towards the post plant. But again, it's tricky here, but you're going to have to be relying on
100%. Timeout is
over.
over. Respawn ready to get back into it. So let's see if they can maintain their dominance. We do have that early Viper's Pit there, closing off any access
You should run.
to showers. Lockdown coming from Muffins. Locking down B side. Tactics is going to take out Chlorophyte. Mega Garchomp, you need to get out of there. Does
Spike
take out
down,
Tactics
team.
with the spike available too. He is detained, but has that gate crash ready to get used. Not quite. Wire going to shut down that opportunity. And they're going for a quick rotate to the side of A, but their gamble is going to be quite hard. I mean, the rest of their team is still on that side. Prowler coming out here, and Charles. Oh my days, Wire! Getting taken out by Tsukiyomi here! In some fine ball, but then ended up by Diesel. They take him down. Over strike, not quite being able to hit anyone. Tsukiyomi
30 seconds
with
left.
that
One
showstopper,
enemy
just
remaining.
missing Muffins,
Spike
but
down
his
A.
bullets definitely don't.
enemy
All up
remaining.
appears, takes down Jack in his own Viper's Pit this time. Tsukiyomi versus Q, peeks out of that Viper's Pit. Tsukiyomi with that 4K, that clutch, 11-10. Looks like that timeout didn't earn them that momentum stop from Arrow 404 like they wanted.
Yeah, it was a good plan there to be able to use the Viper's Pit on towards Bath, just eliminating one hot spot that a respawn can
30
just
seconds left.
pull
One
through.
enemy remaining.
But again, it's just how you would want to do it. Unfortunately, Mega Garchomp was not able to just capitalize on everything on that kill. But again, Arrow 404 getting really solid here, winning last round as well.
Oh
Charles.
Through that toxic, to the poison orb, sorry. Jesus, I mean, Charles. Quite a bit of HP being chipped off there. Nightfall on to the side. Why takes down
Spike
Charles, but
down,
Mega Garchomp is ready to trade
hand
them
portal
both
closed.
out. Dimensional drift
Cutting
getting
through.
proc there as
I
a
have the
safe
spike.
exit with that information as well. Spike is finally retrieved. Muffins is definitely going to hear that, especially that reload, but that gate crash
Decoy.
is going to earn
Time
Mega
to jump.
Garchomp a safe escape. Weasel with this plant.
Spike planted.
Tsukiyomi getting taken out. A3, E3, Chlorophyte left on 10 HP. Sees Prowler, Spin Beacon, all the utility in the world here for Era 404, but none of it quite being capitalized on. Look at Respawn being trapped on the sides. That's on 12 HP. 4 or 5 being taken out. Tactics.
One
Another
enemy
victim.
remaining. Last player
Eagle and
standing.
Garchomp do get
They're
taken
all
down
dead?
1v1.
more tests to
Muffins
run.
with that 3k taking down Jack 12 to 10, earning a respawn.
Match
I mean,
point.
they're finally at match point.
Again, Respawn here, starting to just get some gas going, and it's despite it being very close, particularly, they're now 1 round away to finishing it all off, triggering Era 404's timeout.
All dead?
Again, Era 404 needs to trigger an overtime. They've been in this position before, but they do not want to get eliminated in the group stage. They have their sights on playoffs. It's gonna be down to the cusp here for Era 404 and how they would want to pull it out. Yeah, it's tricky because they have been doing a lot of like very decent things in towards defense. Not much overcommitment and towards the hotspots this time, but Respawn is just working with what they currently have.
Absolutely. I mean, Respawn absolutely have been super strong so far, holding down those sites, pushing those entries, reading Era 404 pretty well, but Elite still can be dangerous, one sloppy round, and Era 404 can swing that momentum back immediately. So, timeout, all out keeping that edge sharp, making sure everyone is on the same page for that utility usage.
Yeah. Positioning now, currently 3-2 by the looks of things, and towards that defense. Yoru has that gate crash available, but right now it's gonna be a spike heading towards A. We'll see if it goes through.
Here we go. Definitely a sided exec here. Charles still setting up on the side. Ruse coming out. I mean, they're just pouring out of showers there. Air Force are not quite being able to do anything. Blind side out. Paint gel as well. Jesus, they're just being absolutely stuck there into lamps. Charles in this corner. Hugh taking out Takumi. Garchomp heading down as well. Is this the end for Era 404? Looks like it might just be 3, 2. 6 bullets left in the chamber for Charles. Looking rough.
Player
Jack is
standing.
defusing. Does get half before getting taken down though. This is rough. Charles needs to get that clutch, and it just isn't possible. What a statement that was. Respawn is going to win. The new blood stepping up, showing the old dogs how it's done. Not just a win. I mean, this is a declaration of war. Fresh faces, calculated plays, and flawless coordination, shutting Era 404 down every step of the way.
Well, looks like this month is not Era 404's month. By the looks of things, and they're not going to be in the spot for the playoffs. They're officially eliminated here in this tournament for March 2026 here in the TXG Circuit Group Stage. Massive congratulations to Respawn, though. Welcome.
Absolutely.
New team and already locked in for the playoffs. Again, alongside E-King and towards that group, which is not a very easy group to deal with, if I say so myself.
Definitely
as a bare
not.
witness of it. But hey, welcome to the playoffs, Respawn. Massive congratulations.
We never know. Yeah, I mean, the young guns of Respawn came to the knockout with fire in their eyes. I mean, they took control of Bind from the very first round. Aggressive where it mattered, and discipline where it counted. Just looking at the stats, Dig Z, Muffins absolutely lighting up that scoreboard. 25-13 with a 272 ACS.
Yeah, it's whether you're just staring at the kill feeds, staring at the maps, or just basing it on the gameplay that they currently have, Muffins was just everywhere. You cannot miss a beat with this Killjoy. Even with the lockdown selection, getting Mega Garchomp in that one particular round, despite getting a first blood, Muffins was just very was just there. The presence was just all over the place, and we do get some good cameos and towards that particular slide, but again, I heard the
Yes.
goat is back, and we got the goat in the production as well, showing their pretty face there and towards the portrait. But again, Muffins is just popping off 25-13 and one assist
Yeah,
for the
I mean,
least.
especially that B side control was absolutely massive. I mean, Respawn's anchors absolutely held tight, denying multiple spike plants and punishing those overextensions and one-on-one duels, especially on B long and A short, were pretty clutch. I mean, even though Mega Garchomp wasn't quite. I can't with
Just
this
calm
screen,
down.
dude. Oh dear. All right, let's look at the MVPs. Okay, never mind, it's gone. But as I was saying, even though Mega Garchomp wasn't able to win this map, I mean, they still did amazing, especially on the snipers. Utility
control their
usage was
production, I swear to
immaculate.
God.
Those flashes, smokes, and those traps, perfectly timed to disrupt Air 4 force pushes.
Yeah, again, bit of a bummer there for Arrow 404. I thought we are gonna be seeing a very familiar face on towards the playoffs, but it's a really good production note says, "Damn it, man!" Exactly, but respawn is just really good in bind, I guess, and we're gonna be definitely seeing them if they will be able to replicate that success on towards the playoffs. And the bracket's already set here, Void, and Group D is currently wrapped up, and I believe so is the rest of the group stages. Come in tomorrow as well, and we're gonna be in it for, I guess, another set of Valorant games.
Yeah, absolutely. Correct me if I'm wrong, but do we have player interviews here?
I believe it is going to be a negatory on that one. It's going to be a yap and rap situation, says the producers.
I mean, do you have any last words before I close out the stream, Dixie?
Yeah, it's good to be back. Again, it's been a while since we've covered a lot of games together here, Void, and it's always just a pleasure to have you on deck and have you on
Absolutely.
cast. Producer note said no interviews because I believe there's another way of saying
They just don't want to
because
be
reasons.
interviewed.
Yeah, it is 11 p.m. here currently, or towards my spot on a Friday as well. Congratulations as well on the casting gig and towards the
Why,
the
thank
university
you.
casting. We've been rocking.
I
We've
wish you
seen
were
the
there,
vlogs.
but it wasn't land, unfortunately, so you weren't there. But
Paid
if
for
that's
my
all you
plane
have to
ticket.
say. It was free.
The plane ticket was
Anyway,
free? No, I'm kidding.
Before we close out, a massive thank you to the production team. Every camera angle, every replay, and every graphic making this tournament look absolutely incredible. Shout out to the players as well from every team. Skill, dedication, heart on the server are what make TXG so special. You guys made the game so exciting and the plays unforgettable. From everyone at the desk, me and Diggsy, from the live audience, from the viewers at home as well. Thank you all for making this event one to remember. And as always, stay cracked, stay kind. GG, well played.